pretty much spreading out the defense, putting Lemon quite aggressively, trying to put some pressure down onto this lane position. The flashbang from Kiev is perfect. Lemon can't see a thing, and unfortunately doesn't even get a kill.
Waiting in their lane and back up towards main positions. USP out in the open for Grassog, just peeked in blind. Pepsor gets a double up, and that removes pretty much all the A defensive right here. The rotation potential taken out for the CT side. Grassog's got to go the wrong way around out towards the CT spawn. Get Banjo at least, but Pepsor turns in a triple, and Milky and Fiku are the last two players standing. Then he can turn away. It's three players out towards that donut position, and Regali's doing work on his lonesome. Finally, Fiku with a trade, but Milky's fallen in turn, and Regali's playing distraction.
Kind of damage at this point on KST. Going to start to over-aggress him out from that temple position. Does go down to the bomb.
Look pretty good. They're going to be unaware of most of that damage being done, and unaware of Kiev's aggressive play. Out through the smoke, gets the kill against Grassov, flashed against Krasnal, and almost wins that fight, but doesn't quite get the kill shot. 4v4, T-side line, but not give up a kill count. Krasnal going to lean forward, and Regali finally deals with him.
Yeah, Krasnal just gets stuck there. Can't fall back towards
Now not spotting Fiku. I don't think Fiku checked him, though. Wraps that corner and lines them up, and just like that, the advantage tips back to the favor of HiGHLiGHTS. The backstab cancelled by Lemon. Gonna hold in from K, try to convert in, but it's Fiku that gets the triple and doing everything on his lonesome here. Smokes down towards the bomb's position itself, and Fiku gets the AK picked up, gets the quadra in this round, and gets the first
no way
round.
they can really deny the bomb other than just a kill straight away.
Lemon with a kill through the smoke against Pepsor. Bomb plant tapped once. And try and force out the shots from Grassog. Doesn't get any kills for it. Lemon gets turned in trade as a result. 4v4. Regali facing in. Blind fire by Fiku and Milky, who get him and Banjo at the turn. So a 3 versus 2. KST extremely low and up close and personal. Caught up by Krasnal. It's all Kiev. 1v3. Gets the first. No more than that.
Yeah, Fnatic Rising have always been
main entrance. Regali checked upon by Lemon. All important frag found.
Map control, just putting pressure on, making it uncomfortable for the T-side players. Line up for a moment, and you thought, okay, there might be a trade available. Doesn't quite happen. Lemon's getting flashed into the mix. Overall, this is a perfect anti-eco coming through from XCOM AGO. They lose one player, and that's it.
Damage that Molotov smoke into the doorways, and they pop forward with their backs turn kills from Grassog and Krasnal. There comes Kiev in against the likes of the Grassog. Fiku there with a trade back, not spotting his teammate. The opposition is behind the doorway.
On the CT side, all of a sudden, come into round 7. Okay, we're going hyper aggressive. We're putting as much emphasis on taking this lane control.
Backstab now KST is, but he's playing double duty. It's all a case of timing, and Krasnal's going to time it well. Regali alone, the highlight man for Fnatic Rising. Can he make a highlight clutch here? Struggles with that first spray and will get no kills for it. It's the lead for AGO. High jump involved in Counter-Strike. Flashes over as Fiku holds back behind the smoke. It's Krasnal through the smoke out towards the spawn area. Gets Banjo to start things off, and Fiku's waiting for information. Can he pre-aim this? Names down. Pepsor forces forward, and Milky and Krasnal get them both. KST does pick up a double of his own right, but Fiku turns it around, and Lemon finally strikes out a donut. 3 players maintain their...
This is looking very on point for AGO.
Far better than last round's performance, although Kiev will turn the deagle in against Milky's head, and Lemon will turn around against Banjo for the trade. So 4 versus 4. The Rifles will maintain control for now. And Grassog thinking of a peek forward, spots Pepsor, evades the shot on both ends, and a blind fire from Lemon times it well to get the trade on the other side of this part of the map. KST will turn against Grassog and then maintain the 3 versus 3. A lot of damage being done.
Comes through. Any more than this is a bonus.
Kill against KST, and Kiev going to follow suit for Fiku. You say bonus, I say round win for Fnatic.
Not put enough pressure on them before the bomb went down. Instead, they heard the footsteps coming through from
round 10 though, AGO. Doing quite the number onto Pepsor, but Lemon gets caught by the wall. Banjo starts off the kill count.
And
it's a case of timing and when they peak. They could do it together. Nice jump face, Milky's ready for it. That is a very experienced play from such a young player.
Pepsor just not getting baited enough with that jump over, and look at the aggressive approach. Oh, they're going to catch him.
1, 2, only 1 it seems. So much damage being done to KST in the back, and now Milky's going to strike. He'll burn alive in the back of the sights. That'll bring it into a 2v2. High HP across both of the XCOM AGO players, and Krasnal's going to capitalize by finding Pepsor through the smoke. Kiev now left alone. 20 seconds to the clock, and sneaking past Fiku, getting killed against Krasnal, but not aware of where the last player was. CT side, but the teams are going to extend out towards mid now. The smokes will clear. Fiku challenged and does get away with 1 kill at least. Milky to follow suit against Pepsor. Maintain a man advantage for AGO, and Krasnal with his swing out of Temple will drop the bomb in Donut. KST caught next. Regali 1v4.
This is where he's really going to have to step up.
Game results might be a little bit skewed on those numbers because of Fnatic's overall play. Crastal forced on a peek into the right, and Molotovs out of the back lanes, of the back boxes, and Fiku is going to get forced to act, and Banjo will get cleaned up. Crastal evading bullets flying in his direction. Blind fire to return. Back over towards Spawn. Fiku tagged to 1 point of HP. I think there was a dink involved in that as well. Keeve caught, but jumping top of the boxes. Gets Crastal to drop to a 4 versus 4, and the AWP and Milky again forced to act. Fiku blind firing against KST. Can't deny the plant. Pepsor with a gap in the smoke will catch his head, and the bomb goes down in 3v3.
And while this is happening, there's a backstab in from A main. That's Lemon trying to come through. And for the moment, Jay, no one's watching this backstab.
Regali's held in the corner. Grassor gets picked up, and so does Milky Fool. So it's all left to the backstabbing player. KST has got to turn his attention there now. Back over towards Donut. Pepsor in at Temple, backed up passive as well. Diffuse kit on the man, taps it once. And not knowing about the peek in of KST, the adjustment of the AK gets his kill, and Fnatic will gain 5. Pepsor coming in closer to doing some more, but down to 67 as far as he looks to go. He's going to get forced on the face, and then gets the kill against the first man. Not a second. Milky's there for the trade.
That bait and switch, 2 players in cheater, that has not been done.
Away. Milky making his way in towards the A site, meanwhile, as KST works in. Fiku still drops. Keeve, though, brings it into 2. This lane's knives pulled out. Smokes down, Regali caught, KST alone in the 1v4. Had a brilliant backstab earlier in this round. We'll go for the safer plant. Spotted out by 1 player in at long. Crastal and Grassov can combine from beyond the wall.
9 out of the past 11. And even Grassov's just been able to find the perfect window. At least the trade's there. Lemon's trying to do the same. A lot of damage done. Now he's just got him outside of A, but they need to group up with the mid players to combine together, and they've already lost 1.
Vision is all he needs to capitalize on this kill over Crastal. Might deny the bomb plant. No, a little bit too late for it. Pepsor with a trade. 3v2. Regali caught up by Fiku, but escapes dodge just in time and puts the molly down to keep him and Lemon suppressed. Not ready for the AWP and Milky though. Regali creeping closer. Spotted. The shot connects, leaving it all to Pepsor, but Milky has his number and he dials it in. The number is 10. 50's out for Milky on the raid boss. KST looking for first contact of the USPCs. Lemon gets the headshot, and Crastal falls as well. All important trade for Milky, leaving it to Regali on the side. Has backup on the way. A 4v3 scenario overall, and Regali drops Milky and the bomb.
Grassog and Fiku really just need to
Fiku overwhelmed by the dualies here. Banjo going to press him into a corner, leave Grassog alone, rotated back out of main. His best bet is to go towards that B side, but even he can get cut off on that position. 7 HP to win this clutch, and it's just not going to happen for him. The 6th round of Fnatic going to rush straight up towards this ramp control. Pepsor flashed off. Milky's just as blind here. Banjo caught first by Crastal's part, and Pepsor there with a trade. Crastal caught jumping in the middle of the air, and Pepsor lines up a quadra. Lemon, all that remains in a 1 versus 4. Now spotted out by the S. Desperate to get something out of this one. Try and limit the economy state of Fnatic if it's all possible, and it's not possible here to do it. The Molotov will try force Banjo out. They will hear the tag. Damage flash is so perfect. The kill comes in. Pepsor to line up 2, only get 1 with damage down to the second player. Regali dealt with by the AWP, and that is a fantastic... That's so simple. Molotov in to try and drive Pepsor away. They'll check the corner. Not going to kill for it, though. Banjo wins that fight. Lemon's low HP as well, and the kill comes in for a double up.
I had to be careful there, because now that's the bomb being dropped down to the call of they're probably running a double cheater setup. We understand he just fires too early. Might still be able to get 1 kill, but it's going to be difficult because they know exactly where he is.
They peek for the kill for it. Crastal also detected out towards elbow. He finds the headshot back on Keeve, though. All important frag as he dives down, and Crastal leans in. The Pepsor next up, 2K to his name, and an advantage gained by AGO. It doesn't last long. Regali fast to respond. And things go quiet for a moment, but Lemon immediately bursts out a window, gets KST to follow it up. So a 3-on-2 now for
A player.
Looking up against him, Regali's peeked in at the perfect time, though. The adjustment to the shot, and they still haven't got an inkling as to... Both flashes and smokes. The AWP across with the bomb, though. Gets picked up. That's all important now. Second player's joining the fray, and Lemon will get the plant in. The CT's blind firing, hoping they can pick him up. Banjo peeks out with a shoulder, baits in the spray, gets a dink off on Lemon for it as well. Low HP, still wins that 1 fight, and now looks for Regali as the last man in the 1v1. But the USP is enough to get the kill together and maintain the 10th. Setting with a spray through the KST, picks up one of Lemon. They're going to make their way in pretty quickly. Krasnal will find at least one responsive in that nature. Keith back behind that smoke. Looking to lean forward as Milky gets picked up. He catches one above the signpost. Krasnal with a responsive, a 3v2 scenario. And Regali continues leaning in. The bomb should get planted, but as Krasnal falls, it leaves it to Grassog in the 1v3 situation. Borderline impossible with now 2 angles to worry about here. He'll look out towards Temple and will get Pepzor at least. Catch that second player, but Regali comes in with support, and fnatic rising forward much quicker into this next round. The AK's leaning in. Keeve catches one completely blind. Great flash peek in. Nays down to do some damage for the players in the back. He doesn't cover off that back lane. It covers them off from the initial entrance, so they can push forward of it. Pepzor caught off with Grassog finding his back turn. Kill found at the 4v4 in this round. Banjo forced away by Wallbangs. Milky will sneak the bomb plant in, but now Keeve is stuck in the midst of that mist smoke here. It will start to clear, and he's not going to be aware of Milky's advanced position. Neither for Lemon in that factor as well. He's also pushed up to long. Banjo pushes in towards the cheater position, meanwhile, gets Grassog to a 3v3, and Regali's AWP can strike, bring out the man advantage. I thought that was a shot for him, but no. The nade from Banjo deals with Milky, and it's Krasnal now with 1 kill to his name. Spotting out the second player, the smoke goes down, the defuse being stuck as well. He hasn't got a position to try and fire forward of it. 10-second defuse without a kit required. Regali gets his kill in, and fnatic rising get the lead.
Position that Banjo doesn't know about. Oh, he's going to start extending out towards his lane position. Catch both the mid players, turn back in to do some further damage. It's now back to a 3v3.
It's an all-important lineup. I don't even think Banjo was expecting it. Now Keeve starts to lean forward, spots Lemon, spray through and get damage, but not the kill. Advantage for AGO here.
By them at elbow.
He could line them up though, spots them all, gets so much damage on the second player, a kill towards the first man. Milky peeks out wide, and that should be enough info to force the rotate for Regali. But what can... To play devil's advocate for a moment, I guess the AWP can still stay in and be the main sort of
aggressive
peak. He knows what's going to happen here, and he's going to get the kill for it. AWP recovered, second pistol peeks in, Milky gets a triple. It is as easy as that against this eco. fnatic rising, tried a risky play. I guess they kind of had to make a play in that one. But ultimately, it works the way of AGO as they dismantle everyone on fnatic rising and look to reclaim their lead. There is a kill for KST. Okay, Deagle shot. Damage done to the second man, but couldn't quite land the head of Krasnal, so it's just that one casual. The T start acting towards mid. It's KST that engages. Keeve gets that opener. Fiki with a responsive. KST needs to follow up, and that's exactly what he does.
Just searching for that mid-fight. fnatic rising, peeking together as a unit, making sure they keep the emphasis down. The resmoke does come through from ramp, but it's slightly deep.
Pepzor holding, Banjo gets caught. Milky to a 3v3. Lemon drops to 2, and Pepzor spots them both. It's a case of patience. He doesn't quite get a kill against Milky, but eventually peeks ahead of the flashbang and does hold his double.
The savings for either team.
Oh, what a shot for Milky. What a start against Banjo. The past, and they might need to do so again here in this late stage of the game. Every round matters, and KST does find a response against Krasnal. 4v4.
And moving aggressive, Fiku on the other side of this cheater position gets away with one, only one, but now they can start driving the offensive up from ramp. No one is on B directly for the CTs. Stands in the wall, bangs, he catches Lemon for 10 points of health. Not quite dead yet, but Keeve eventually finds the angle, gets the kill in. Grassog going for a bomb plant in the meanwhile, and Keeve's misread the plant position, so it goes out in the open to a 3-on-2 for fnatic on a retake. KST drops though, back to evens, and AGO just hold their angles. They hold their position, wait for the CTs to peek in. They'll peek together. Regali with his kill. Milky now with the AWP to get a big round for his team. What could be a highlight for him in this tournament right here. Smokes on, Keeve pressing inland. Oh no, they're another bomb.
Lined up here. Shot out, not going to connect it. The bomb should get defused right here. They've got a kit for it, and they'll hold it together for the T side. Smokes in, Molotov's extinguished. Keeve getting chased, and he has no idea that Milky's hot on his heels. Kill found to start this round now on M4. It's so slow, but when it comes in, it's going to explode out from Grassog. Mac 10 killing against KST. Banjo regarding a couple of trades. Lemon maintaining his position, gets 1 and 2 on the diffuser. Pepzor alone. fnatic took a massive risk, and it does not pay off for them. Pepzor can make it a 2-man advantage.
The problem is the lack of information they've found on this T-side default. At least it's a start with a kill.
fnatic picked up for that there against Milky. Lemon will get the bomb down, and Banjo will get Krasnal next. 3v5 for HiGHLiGHTS at a post plant, and Molotov missed out against Grassog, still drives him back a little bit, but only into a kill angle against Pepzor. Nades to the player on Cheetah, that bomb out there planted, a little bit closed off where the T-side post plant positions are, and Grassog gets picked up for it. Banjo swings in with his 2K. Deagle's tapping, and the backstab from Regali leaves it all on Milky, and Banjo overwhelms for a triple. fnatic rising with an Banjo hearing footsteps, spotting Grassog spray through nose, and Fiku's also there. All-important sequence for the 2K. Spraying blind does get dealt with by Krasnal, but it's a 2-for-1 that favors fnatic.
This second half's really stepped up for Banjo and KST. Oh, even with the numbers advantage, he's getting aggressive in towards A main. It may work out, and now he drops the AWP.
Spots that gun barrel, gets Milky out of play. On the site, they're going to try to press forward of it regardless. Krasnal spotted, gets that kill. All important, the bomb can go down safe.
And now Keeve's just going to start.
It's done to Krasnal. Lean forward, lines him up, but only gets damage. It's all to Lemon to clutch it, and he can't make it happen. Regali closes with the final kill of the match.
It's going to have to just be a bait setup. KST just pulling the attention away. Unfortunately for Pepzor, just gets double gooshed down in by Krasnal from that alley position. Retakes
himself into the site in the midst of that smoke, blocked off by Milky though, who backs off knowing that they're making their way forward. Lemon gets 2 kills for it. USP rounds the corner for the likes of Regali. Doesn't get much for it. Milky gets a double up, and it's AGO with a pistol. Guns out. Lemon's going to put his to great use. Regali picked up.
fnatic Rising might even start retaking this ramp control.
Right there, Krasnal gets his kill. Not able to double up. Actually, KST lines up to the SMG. Lemon there with the trade forced out. Keeve looking to dish out some more damage to the likes of Grassog. AK picked up as Grassog falls. 2v2 scenario and is well aware of a second player out here. Can't adjust towards Lemon though. The kill comes in for the triple. Damage has been done to AGO. Fiku creeping up closer, being checked. Adjusted towards, not quite a kill found. Banjo turns it into the end, and the wallbang attempt still seeing where that bomb is. Banjo looking for a headshot against Lemon. He's getting close, but doesn't land it. Their own right, the AKs leaning in for Milky. They stack their way forward, and Krasnal gets his kill. Milky falls to deal with a couple of players and make it a triple through the smoke. No casualties taken. Footsteps. They're going to charge their way straight up and into that A site again. Krasnal's Mac 10 caught off first. All important pick to start off for the CT side. It's only a Mac 10 drop though. The rifles still in play for the most part here on the AGO side. The AWP of Regali leans forward. Lemon starts to act towards mid. Gets one player over towards Scat. Regali and Keeve continue the kills towards the A site. Fiku left alone here. Needs that back up to arrive. He's fallen off the map itself. The bomb being dropped in the opening as well. Lemon, a 1v3 scenario. Got to do it so quick, and he can't make it happen. One mistake cost him. That is disastrous for AGO, and it's given a breath of life to the CT side. Regali picking up
for an overextension. Catch Banjo pushing forward. The flash over the top just mistimes himself. He still hits the shot and brings it back to a 4v4.
Most perfect headshot against Banjo. One of the mollies missed as well to the back lines of the site. The T's are going to press forward, and Lemon gets the advantage back. Regali drops the bomb though. Spots Grasshog on the site itself, expecting a peek. Will try and duck away to a 3v3. His teammates have arrived, and backup is here to try and fend off on the bomb site. Boost up, spotting Fiku. Perfectly timed for Pepzor. As the bomb gets dropped for a second time, Grasshog will pick it up, get it planted as Lemon chimes into a 2v2.
Lemon with the AWP picking it off from his teammates. See the play on the left-hand side and connecting the shot to Pepzor. All comes down to Regali, and he's so low. Surely
they can justify full force invest. Yeah, it's lopsided to say the least.
Get traded.
Tap attempt. Oh, through the tops. He gets Lemon. Perfect shot and a kill found. Fiku spotted by
and one's down low. If they can capitalize on another kill, this is winnable.
Such a good shot on Fiku. Pepzor finishing the job. He started a 5 versus 3. Leans forward, sees where Keeve is. Could line them both up right here, and indeed they both end up dropping with Krasnal a kill on the bomb site. Should be able to maintain control from here. Taps the Eagle, missed out, getting back to the site. Tapping it once, Krasnal with his kill. Banjo now known, should be accounted for. No way back in for fnatic Rising. That's what you think, at least. Back on the bomb, tapping without a kit again. Banjo trying to force the T-side players forward. Footsteps been made, though. Again, another tap. Again, trying to force Milky out to do some damage, and you won't get that far. Just to start things off, remove one rifle from play early. Flash forward for him. He does end up dropping. They take map control away from the Poles.
There's so much. Keep fighting because they know another HG is going to deal with Krasnal completely. Oh, lovely kill.
Meanwhile, Lemon strikes out towards mid. Regali picked up smokes, going down to cover off one of the entryways. A Molotov to the other one. KST's still going to watch with Scat.
Nice.
Get his head taken off. Lemon is popping some serious kills. Banjo doing the same with his sprays. A 3K for him. And a smoke down against Crastal, the last man standing for AGO. And that AK with low HP. Got to deal with them all here. They're just wrapping their way in with the backstabs. A kill for Banjo coming in. And once again, a quadra for the man. Damage will be done minimally by it. Pepzor and Keith backing up. See where Milky's coming in from. Trades good for the sandbag. Drops that bomb, but unable to deal with Crastal. Rotations are inbound here for Fnatic. Rising. Regali in the meantime has got to do the heavy lifting. And we'll dish out some damage to Grassog, seeing the smokes coming in. XCOM AGO will find their way onto the site. Crastal gets caught for it. 2 left standing for the CT side. Banjo backing off.
Information check coming through from this alley angle. Crastal needs to look down. They don't see one another. And at least a pick goes the way of the CTs.
Banjo looking to strike in from the elevated position. Fiku's an own entity, a great incendiary towards 51. Gonna force them forward. C2 players and get them both for KST. A triple for this man now as he stands up for Fnatic. Rising. Turn towards the site. They're on the defuse with the smoke going down. KST spotted though, and Fiku gets the kill for it. Banjo, no kit on him. Nade back. Can he find one in the center of the site? Stick the whole 10 seconds, it seems. A re-smoke back down for the man. Let's break through to Fiku. Banjo's off site. The Deagles found him though. And Fiku defends the round for
Fnatic Rising. The CTs just can't catch a break with the economy.
That's Crastal with a kill. Regali and Keith spotted out towards mid-control. Regali can turn the Deagle in for a pick. Milky dropping for it.
So strong on these eco and force by rounds. Now you look at yourself at a 2v4 to try and recover it. Fiku again tries to get it back to a 1v1. And Pepzor's so far away, but Fiku's down low at 9 points.
Pepzor's chance to deny will keep himself held away. Missed the shot. Fiku peeks and he gets his headshot for a quadra on the backstab. Pepzor once again alone on the site. Falling back even further, fights on a Fiku and wins it all importantly. Flashbang forward against Crastal. Next, Milky. Main CT force on the back of the site here. Bomb will go down.
Now, KST's always been trouble from this backstab out from ramp. Lemon falling, and now Crastal even taking a lot of damage. He's actually going to fall.
KST will complete the backstab all the way in towards Ali, making no noise. Grassog challenging. All a case of the kill being found. A headshot landed. Milky with the AWP back over towards the sandbag. Sees one, lands a leg shot. A triple up for Pepzor, holding confident on the back of the ace. Shot from Regali, not connecting to the run boost here. Milky gets past towards mid-control. They're going to converge in upon him. The M4 struggles of Keith here. Gets 2 kills. Leading Lemon next up, and indeed makes it a triple. Meanwhile, on the other side, Pepzor and Regali.
Yeah, Regali playing out from 51. They know that he's here. They're trying to create the angle. Damage being done, but he still gets out of that one. Even when Milky falls, no one's there.
Smokes on. Should suppress the players over towards Grassog on site. They almost line up Crastal, who blind flies back to the trader Banjo. KST striking, meanwhile, on the backstab. Makes it a double. Not quite a triple. Crastal on for the ace at 16 HP. They heard him drop off. They know it's lopsided in terms of firepower. They have taken AKs away, and Crastal strikes with his AK out towards mid. Regali and KST picked up immediately here.
That's a bit of a shocker. Banjo, we've seen him in these sort of positions before where he's had to hold B alone, and he just gets domed straight away by Fiku. What an individual round by AGO on the default.
AK Fiku closing into the back lines. Oh, caught in the jump. And no one survived. Oh no! The push. He's found his way all the way around towards the A site here. Meanwhile, the execution's coming in towards the B place. This is going to be pretty useless here. They've got to get the bomb down. They've got to wait for his backstab. They've got to account for the counter backstab, and they might think it's completely clear. With Regali getting picked up, the M4 of Keith strikes against one. Lemon's on stairs with the bomb on his back. Gets the kill against nobody. Keith drops him, and now the AWP Milky trying to recover it. Drops in, loses out. No scope doesn't connect, and the USP comes up good. Grassog suddenly in the 1v3. What could have been a brilliant play for AGO. A lot of footsteps. Keith's going to try challenge him. At least initially falls back. Pepzor's AK instead strikes against one. Grassog there with a turnaround. His first kill of the game. And it's not going to be all that important. Regali gets his... continues watching. Gap in the smoke. Flash forward. Trying to line 2 up. Only gets damage done. The KST. Lemon struggles as well outside of the site. And Milky all the way at sandbags in a 1v4. Sees one. Can't connect his shot. Second opportunity does come through from Regali out in the open. However, holds the AWP's position. Gets his kill for it. USP shoulder baiting spotted. Oh, and gets the tap against Regali. All important frag found. Grassog going to keep himself outside of spawn. Smokes towards the CT entrance as AGO set to receive on the site. Lemon with the duel. He strikes against KST. Damage done to Keith. He's taken down. Pepzor and Banjo quick to follow up. And that is a stellar opportunity, but blind fire by Crastal dashes the damage.
Oh, out towards mid. Milky might be able to find some more. He's got Fiku to back him up. There's actually 3 mid players there for a portion of time for AGO.
It will be put down. Grassog is nowhere near position. The last bit smoke in play for the CT sides. They can isolate that one pick. Damage done to Regali. Could still turn a couple of trades in for Lemon as Pepsil's also on a similar amount. Smokes in for the T, trying to execute towards the A site. Milky swinging out wide. Banjo gets Grassog. Milky can respond towards Pepsil. 16 seconds. Sprays through from Banjo. Makes it a 2v2. And trying to extend outside of that smoke. Spotted out by Lemon. Drops that bomb. And that should be enough. Regali hunting for the picks. Gets his kill. But Fiki responds all the same before they can take control of this map up as a result of that, though. Banjo does get the start here for round 20. Grassog falls. AK's seeing the shot, both him and Fiku get tagged. Not killed off though, he gets a second chance to peek in, get it to a 4v4. Now Banjo swings, out aggressive against Fiku, gets the advantage, the bomb gets planted, meanwhile KST lurking in the lower levels, getting Lemon to drop next.
Bring 4 into the next round. fnatic rising. I mean, there was good entries towards B. Got to give them credit.
Well for AGO. Craston in the midst of the smoke, letting 1 player pass, letting 2 players pass. Grasso gets his kill. Regali trades it. Pepsol follows suit, but Craston's got it all to work with. Kill found. Spray transfer against the bomb carrier. Banjo with a trade, and now Fiku back at elevator. Someone's got to get the bomb against both Banjo and Pepsor. Tagged to half HP. Banjo's seen first, but he domes him in the head. Gets his triple. Here, and if fnatic Rising are smart, they'll start to rotate away. They get Milky instead. Craston peeks. Pepsor gets his kill. Grassog and Lemon with a couple of trades, but they fall just as quickly. And fnatic have overwhelmed AGO again. Yo, do you feel the upset, Blake? Do you feel a 2-0 in a Milky tapping? Trying to bait them forward, will turn away. The rest of the firing squad are out here. Grassog gets away with 1 good kill. Regali, however, maintains control of the advantage.
I like that they had mass numbers there up on that ramp take rather than just having a solo lurk and forcing Pepsor out. Fiku's going to smoke down, buy himself some time. Badger's going to run through it.
Fiku's going to get a kill for it as well, find a different position on the back of the side. They've got their backs turned towards him. He gets himself a triple. Fiku again coming up clutch. Knife's pulled out. Regali gets that trade together in the end. Now got a backstab and Crastal against him. He gets that shot together, but Grassog with the peak. And AGO find the steal. Martov's in. Grassog leaning forward, the molly against him. Should get some information back, but he still gets a kill against Regali. Burns alive for his trouble. SMG, flash blinded. Knows that KST somewhere in the midst of the smoke on a boost up, doing damage. He finds Milky, and through the smoke gets Fiku as well. And fnatic Rising right. 12 to the board. We're back to a deficit
having
of
the intent
1.
to search for that opening man advantage. Flash comes out. KST finds a first. There is a 1-for-1 trade, so at least the advantage doesn't get thrown away. They're not using a lot of utility to take this area of the map.
Oh, Fiku gets the kill against Kiev. Pepsor can turn it around. And with you 2 in hand, Lemon timed it so well with the peek back. Now he's got bomb presence. Did he see it? I don't think the alley position for Lemon is Milky with the AWP. 2 to line up. Only gets 1 for it. KST with a trade. Spots that second player and goes for the safe plant behind the smoke. Forcing Lemon out for the headshot instead. And no info to where Krasno is. A 1v1. He slow faces and peeks up and KST's back is turned. Perfect patience and play. And
there's AWP from Fiku this time around having the best spawn, and Krasnal actually opens up with the first play out to B.
Nades and incendiaries close towards the A campaign. The majority of players are out there. Pepsor with blind fire. Fiku should know where he is. Kiev with the kill back. Sprays coming in closer towards the AWP's position. He lands on 1. Regali with a responsive. And the pattern is for fnatic. For the angle to smoke down. Krasnal on the defuse. Dealt with immediately. Spray through. Lemon with a responsive. KST known. Pepsor working in from alley. Lines them both up. Does damage to the second man as Grassog falls. Lemon with no kill.
Continues to deliver. fnatic Rising up on that ramp take. You have the feeling that things aren't going to go that
We'll see. A kill to start things off for Krasnal. Blind past the smoke. Well timed against Regali.
Fiku out to the open.
2 mollies in, out towards white boxes. Fiku picked up, not getting aggressive advantages this time. Grassog forced away from the backside. Banjo will join his teammates. Bomb on his back. It's Milky's AWP though. They gets the advantage. Looking above that smoke, he gets Banjo as well. KST responds towards Grassog, and Pepsor is looking for an angle to work from here. Expecting someone to peek out. Look at his position. Oh, he can't make the jump. Krasnal gets the kill. It's KST overwhelmed by Milky next with his triple. A ballsy play. So many rounds in this half, and they've come come out successful for the majority of them, and Kiev forces forward to look for Grassog. Pepsor can trade it, but look at the damage done by that molly and that spray. HiGHLiGHTS significant advantage as Milky strikes against Regali. Krasnal gets 2 to respond. Bomb dropped in the open. The entire mid
everywhere in and around this bomb, watching for that rat play to come in from the construction entrance, and there it is, 16-14.
Looking out into the open, suppressed by smokes in the case of Banjo. KSD gets forced back by Lemon, who gets his kill in. Frag found, advantage gained by AGO. Bomb will go down towards default, and this should be a retake now for the CT forces. Regali will get one trade on Krasnal, and now looking for a little bit more. The 2 players out towards stairs. He's joined by 2 teammates. The firing squad against Lemon takes him out of the pistol. Round 4 versus 3 now for fnatic Rising. Pepsor caught by Milky, who leans in towards that cubby corner but runs out of ammo, allows a bit of breathing room, but Pepsor's dealt with by Furlan. Backside, Fiku gets the kill on Banjo. 2 left in Regali and Kiev. Regali faced upon, dealt with, and Kiev in a 1 versus 3. Gets 1 and 2 headshots, but not quite the triple. Furlan closes the pistol. In the early advantage, of course, AGO up with their standard automatics of rifles and SMGs, one of which will chime in from Lemon and KST. Forcing best for him with the Deagles, 1 of 4 that were in play, and now 3 left on them. Pepsor turns his 1 against effective Krasnal. Fiku, however, gets the trade.
Regali just hoping for a pop shot out towards that Palace position. In all, though, his teammates aren't that keen on actually getting this retake together. 3v3, they've got to go for it.
Furlan creeping in towards short. How far will he extend against the Deagle at Kiev? Kiev gets the kill. And now Fiku and Lemon, last 2 players remaining for AGO. Got 1 player at the corner of Banjo. Fiku's extremely low, so he's got to get this spray together against the headshot. That's exactly what he does here. 2v2, nades up, and there's Kiev with the AK picked up to the head. Turn around for the 2K. Lemon now up against them both, and Kiev will take fight here. It's Regali that closes with the scout shot, and fnatic Rising strike back.
Successfully, and even Krasnal just catches that first individual of Pepsor sleeping, and KSD just with a nade out in his hands. Pepsor then running forward. Krasnal makes it look easy.
No bullets in the magazine either. Need to land that headshot against Pepsor, so perfectly timed and placed. And now Regali holds the back lines out towards the CT stairs. Krasnal peeks in finally. He is traded by the CT side. Fiku responds, however, keeps the advantage at a 2-man for AGO. And Banjo and Kiev, both opposite sides of the A site, trying to lean in ahead of the smokes. They will start to clear. They will get Lemon for their trouble. The incendiary is coming in, leave Banjo for dead, and Kiev Goosh down to 49, gets that kill in against Milky. Now got to find Fiku and Furlan. 1 on the site, 1 out towards Palace. The burst fire of the AK looks for his way in, but Fiku says no.
That round,
they're doing decently well on the start. Krasnal tagged to 60, and Kiev gets Lemon. All-important headshot. fnatic pulling no punches. Swinging from Kiev, spotting another player close range. Fiku, however, a little bit further back up short, will be able to catch the kill in the trade. 4v4 is gained. Banjo next up against Furlan. Lands a body shot, no head, no kill. Regali could still deny the bomb plant, sees where Krasnal is, and does find him on the head. So once again, the trades are pretty decent for fnatic Rising. They just can't seem to go past the man advantage. Pepsor still gives it his best effort. Shot on Milky, 2v2. Furlan back behind the van. Pepsor's now got an AK, no kits in, and engaging as the player on short. Furlan there with a trade. KST now flash out in the open. Furlan doesn't know where he is and could get crept to con. Looking the wrong way at the wrong time. KST wins that fight, and once again, fnatic Rising forced the issue. This execution. KST in a sandwich, bit of a uncommon position, and especially not being played out so far in this matchup. Gets checked by Lemon regardless, who gets the kill back in. Milky has fallen first though, so a 4v4. Pepsor trying to lean ahead of that smoke, catches tags on Krasnal, takes a ton more damage, and is not ready for Lemon. Is ready for Krasnal though. That's all important. 4v3. And they're just gonna wait. Fiku gets tagged, burst fire. Kiev can get the kill against the man. Now is the 2 AKs that remain. Lemon can strike with the first. Furlan looking out towards CT, desperate to get a trade, and indeed he does. 2v2, but Kiev's UMP turns up, and they know exactly where the last player of the T side is left. Lemon still gets a kill against him and fights against Banjo, but Banjo wins the fight with a kit in play and all. He will get fnatic. Angle held, peeking out a bit aggressive. Regali is pixels away from spotting them, and finally, when Milky gives up the ghost, he has his head taken clean off. Krasnal with a responsive on KST, and Furlan gives up his position over towards the apartments. Falls out of dodge as Pepsor engages against Krasnal. Can't adjust towards Lemon. There's another player out towards the spawn. It's Regali's orb, falling even further back and leaning back in to try catch Lemon off. He's going to wait for his teammates to aggress back towards the A site. Bomb plant, not going to be denied. Lemon with a kill.
Oh, that's very clever from Lemon. Just knows
a lot of noise as well, so it will confirm it. Lemon's ready. Headshot easy. Furlan blind through the smoke. Gets Kiev.
We'll get to find immediate impact. That's the best way to play it.
Forward face against Furlan, and Furlan takes him out. So yeah, timestamp that one, Dweg. Regali at least trades Lemon and keeps Furlan on low HP by Fiku. Turned away from. Adjustment not there. Headshot found. Follow-ups there as well.
And this is very good timing on the peaks to come through from Fiku to not just start overextending straight away, but expect that they're going to aggress forward, that they're going to look to recover that rifle and then beat him to it. And what
escape possession. They're actually going to get the kill against Fernand. They dinked up Milky. Oh my god, Regali's got 2 kills. It's a triple overall. Krasnal all the way back in spawn. Was he spotted? That bomb is in center of the site. Incendiary's out, forcing him in the open. Oh my god, they've done it. It's an eco steal for fnatic rising again. Execution from HiGHLiGHTS will be coming in, and Pepzor will find Fernand for his trouble. Opening frag. Double up as well to get Krasnal. Mid control dominated by the CT side. A lockdown, bomb yet to commit, 2-man advantage.
Yeah, definitely the equipment and the weaponry that's being brought forward looks like a rifle round. Fiku finding some space in from mid. Pepzor getting forced out to the open. This was a 5-on-3 advantage, and now it's a 5-on-2 to come through. What is going on here?
Lemon close to the stairs. Banjo swings, reads it, gets it to a 2v2. But he's down to single digits himself. Keev's got to do so much here. Smoke out to buy some cover. Milky's going to turn his attention towards that player. Catch him with the shot, and it's Banjo left alone.
Oh, does he back himself here to turn it to 1v1? He's surely got to go for this. Fiku going to get forced out. Another clutch going the way.
Beamore try damage up Furlan and Krasnal, who pressed on very early into the round. It's Regali's AWP that strikes with the wall bank straight towards Krasnal. Banjo drops Lemon as well. Seen that bomb potentially. The AWP still watching mid. Keeve on the backstabs, caught Furlan as well. Drop the bomb. It might be round again.
Keeping it as close as they can. It only comes down to a matter of time until we sort of see 3-4 rounds in a row.
Out of the smoke, will peek in against AWP Regali, who has the angle, but Milky still wins the fight.
Oh, what a perfect shot. The confidence
out. Pepzor watching Krasnal. Does check it, but it's a pistol versus a rifle, and the rifle wins every time. Fiku can turn it around, but the Galil of KST, they're expecting more aggression out of this. They might do, or they could line up for the man. He gets 1 kill, only 1 kill. The Deagle responded to by Keeve. A 2v2 is eventually found by the CT forces. In backstab, I think Fiku's just checking it now. Back still turn, never mind. Kill found. Lemon alone. Deagle in a jungle. And Keeve tap. Call this time, shots ring out, they peek together, Banjo and Keeve combine, and they maintain the round.
Pepzor's very aggressive, flash through, needs to catch off one of the AWPers, needs to try and spin around, and Banjo actually peeks on that contact from the short position to start getting involved. Regali with the NWP catches that walk forward from Furlan, and everything's falling apart on this mid play by the T's.
Yeah, Regali with a double up did take some damage to the engagement of Krasnal. Lemon can get 1 trade as well, but will not last much longer than that. Ballsy plays. Banjo gets flashed off. Quick execution in from HiGHLiGHTS into the B site. Keeve captures that first frag, leans in against Krasnal, but that ultimately is his demise. Rotations in from Pepzor as Banjo swings out the same. Regali with the AWP's got to find a responsive and gets 2 for it. Fiku caught off next. A 3v2. fnatic rising, holding their own. 1 drop in for Milky. AWP seen, and Pepzor gets the latest kill in the round. A 1v3 for Furlan as a result. It's backed up for the CT player. Pepzor getting in towards Van. It's Regali's headshot that makes it a triple to close out. 10-5 for fnatic. All to do. Caught jumping outside of the window. Sees Pepzor. Flash keeps him thrown off a little bit. Does land that shot. Gets 1 kill into KST. Banjo with a trade. His teammates have arrived. Fiku taking damage, but Keeve is left alone standing. The bomb dropped in the open.
Defend up to that B site. The rotations come in and they find success. Milky's able to find a couple of kills. Fiku gets...
Flashbang's turned away from, and the kill is found. Krasnal to start things off for HiGHLiGHTS. Smoke down against Keeve, who could punish him. Body block doesn't affect anything. It's a 4v4. Make it 3.
That is a real big play coming through from Keeve, getting a double entry out to the apartments, but it's all really a fake. The bomb is still outside of A. They're trying to get the CTs on A to over-rotate, and that's exactly what happens. Lemon gets forced out of his position on default, up to short, Pepzor in mid, all just working the repositioning from the CT side, just off the basis of entries alone. Keeve is trying to trade off his teammate of Banjo.
Wait. Keeve tagged up. Banjo's going to maintain himself as Krasnal and Lemon actually strike together to get those opening 2 picks. 2 for 1. Banjo trades back. Falls away, repeats, and struggles against Lemon with a spray. So an advantage maintained by HiGHLiGHTS now. KST, Fiku might get caught off guard. Will lean in, spot the man, spray through, drop that bomb. And now it's Regali alone. Smoke towards the market doorway. Furlan's going to sit in his position, wait for the right moment to strike. 17 seconds. He's got to get the bomb down soon. And Regali about to peek into disaster. M4 spray gets his kill together. HiGHLiGHTS with 8.
He's made so much noise. They don't know that Lemon's going to be here. KST has to try and jiggle the angle, and it doesn't happen.
Krasnal caught off guard out towards the ramp position, but he baits in another kill. Milky this time onto Kiev. Regali flashed off as Milky makes it a double. And Banjo and Pepzor.
Players from fnatic rising into those setups. The AWP finds more contact and the swing comes through. What an excellent round coming through.
This confidence to find itself, but it really has done now. fnatic do find the first picks of this round though. Kiev and Regali against Lemon and Furlan respectively. Krasnal can find a responsive as they extend a bit too far out of mid, but as Regali gets the trade, it's a 4v2.
Finally, mid duels going the way of the T side. Milky trying his best to try and recover some of the number situation.
Towards that beast at the moment, Utility Stone. Pepzor, the first player out. Headshot found. Krasnal hearing footsteps, peeks in against Banjo. Struggles to get the headshot against him. Stalling for time here. Engaging against KST. Does not go as well as it should have done. 12 HP, he's alive. The bomb's down. Doesn't know how much damage been done to Banjo, though. That quick shot attempt doesn't quite work out for him. He drops in against him anyway, and is expecting KST. It's a Milky round, a 12th round.
It's happening again.
Krasnal forcing forward against Pepzor, up against KST, who get responsive back. One player in ladder room, that's Furlan. They can drop the next, dropping KST. A 4v3 once by Furlan, leaning back out towards mid. Trying desperately to catch the kill. It's Fiku that steals it as the bomb site is secured. The plant can go down. Milky not as good on that shot as he was in the previous.
Banjo, they know it's backed off ever so slightly.
Meanwhile, Regali lands on Lemon to 2v2. One player in the apartment's making noise now. Burst firing, aware of two players' individual positions, and the headshot gets landed. Fiku with a trade back to a 1 versus 1. Holds the crack angle, but Regali's quicker to the trigger.
Even with a Mac 10, the money situation's not that great here for the T's. At least they get the opening man advantage.
That's all important for Regali.
Defender on the A site, you'd have to imagine. The mid players can go for an info play, aggress up. The AWPs go back and forth. They don't have that pick and the info just yet on Regali. At least Lemon catches the walkout on A, and now we go back to a 3v3. But
it now, as the smoke start pouring in, he will get to market window, but caught with the jump face by Regali. A shot immediately to his head. Bomb will go down. Not to be, not yet.
Yeah, double pump from them, and even Furlan's on the off.
Spray through against Kiev. That's an all-important pick to start things off. Lemon holding back at dark. Furlan trying to adjust against KST. He wins that fight. Lemon comes up with the P250. A pistol v rifle win and a 5v2 for HiGHLiGHTS as Regali gets picked up next. Banjo 1v5.
Got an AWP, and Banjo's got no hope but to hold on to this AK, bring it into the next round. Starts to dissipate. Oh, he's seen the walkthrough. That's a lot of damage done to Kiev. The HG's going to connect.
It's going to take him down. Start out in the round for HiGHLiGHTS. Furlan be enough to get the kills. And meanwhile, Pepzor has made his way all the way up towards stairs. Regali with a kill. Lemon caught with a headshot. Pepzor trying to look for that FUK against the AWP and Milky. USP pulled out, but Pepzor sprays better. And fnatic just shine right back in as soon as they get a chance.
Banjo's best op is just to stay here as that late lurk. Oh no, now the bomb gets dropped and connected. This is winnable for HiGHLiGHTS.
Banjo does catch off Krasnal and know exactly where Fiku is. Responsive's there. Spray, not so much. Fiku on for the quadra clutch. Knows that Pepzor must be low in connector. And he's just got to find the right time against the likes of Banjo. Damage being done, but Banjo wins the fight. And fnatic justified by AWP in first, and Milky starts things off.
Positive, and even gather that information that there's still someone up towards those top mid boxes. If they can try and push him out to the open, Furlan does get team flashed ever so slightly, but they have the intent of trading out Pepzor.
4 versus 4, Furlan firing alongside Krasnal. Banjo knows he's in sniper's nest. Lemon watching underpass. Furlan gets a kill towards Pepzor. Banjo gets caught by Milky next. 2 standing, fnatic rising. Not allowed to pull ahead, not allowed to gain an advantage. As KST drops next, Regali's AWP is all that remains.
And notice too, that first...
Oh, the swing from Lemon so perfect. It won't be an after-time kill. Forward, C1, take a shot, not connected against Regali's scout. The scout gets a headshot. That's all important. I mentioned his scouting skills, and they're on full display in round 29. Headshots aplenty, and looking for his triple. Desperate against Krasnal, offering off another body in the likes of Fiku. Tagged up by the scout player this time. Banjo, meanwhile, challenged by Krasnal out towards mid as Fiku enters. The scout can't connect the kill shot. He's desperate to do so. A 3v3. Knows that Krasnal's on the site. Fiku peeking out wide ahead of the smoke. Furlan drops to Kiev next. Advantage maintained. Regali on the other head. Krasnal on the bomb. The Glock pulled out. KST steals it. And
aggressive into this Palace play. Here's Regali with that AK looking to try and strike onto the first. Not quite the second. The trade comes back.
That's an AK to play with now for the CT Forces. Age engagement from Furlan sees one player in the cubby corner, a smoke down, but they peek in early, allowing Milky a decent kill to a 4v3. Pepzor bursting through as Furlan draws attention to the backside, but Milky jumps out of sniper's nest, gets Pepzor next. 2 standing for fnatic. Out towards mid, KSC is going to catch Milky off guard. They weren't quite ready for that, so that's the AWP finally removed. Like Molotov's in, looking to force him out into the open here. The SMG of Krasnal can strike. 12 seconds, KSC with 1 pick, and with 2, needs a safer plant that are coming in from short. It's Fiku on 100 HP, KST on 5, needs to find an AK and a headshot, ideally quick, but no. Fiku gets 2, and we get overtime.
Very proficient with that double AWP setup, depending on where they're playing out from. Oh, Lemon aggressing forward. Fiku at least finding that trade. He's down low on 1 HP. He still gets out of there alive. It's more just a fake, try and draw the util, force him out to the open, and that actually pushes Furlan aggressively to win the fight. They do lose the AWP on A, however.
Key with the frag found, 3 versus 3. Furlan peeks in against Banjo, gets that kill to return the advantage for AGO. Yes, low HP damage, but the AWPer peeks in and misses. Now challenging against the AWPer Regali, but the flashbang is perfect to keep him blind. The same, I think there was a team flash from Kiev, who's now forced very far forward. Krasnal hard, but Fiku peeks to get 16 for AGO. The apartments, Banjo working into underpass. His teammates tanking some nades as Krasnal gets the opening kill against him.
And now we're starting to see what Krasnal could...
Caught off by another counter flash, but a follow-up HG doing damage to KST, who picks up Lemon regardless. Key follows suit. Fiku in the corner. Will he get checked here? He's going to just get the frag together. He transfers to the head of Pepzor somehow. A stray bullet lands towards him. Regali's fragged as well. An unlikely sequence, but one that is reality, as Key is left alone to fall to Milky.
Oh my goodness.
Set towards mid-control. Players in an underpass have already extended to take away a lot of map control. It's Regali's AWP that strikes on Milky, kicks things off. Secondary AWP's out there. Flashbang in. Furlan seen 2, only gets 1. Damage to Pepzor might turn things to the favor of AGO. But Pepzor about to cross Lemon. Oh, spotted. Baited in by the taps as well. He does find KST somehow. And now the AWP fragging as they do go for a bit more of an open plot. The A site, Pepzor spotting him with his backside, gets Krasnal. Fiku alone, does find that first pick, needs second and third. Nade towards Regali, Pepzor's backed out towards mid. Regali caught, sprayed through, not dead yet though. Nade comes in close towards the bomb plant position, but Fiku needs to get on the defuse itself. Regali caught off the Tetris, he still lands the headshot, and it will not be a flawless half for AGO.
Anyone has pressed that far aggressively to see that move, but Pepzor has actually been caught off sneaking aggressively in the palace position.
Will he see KST? Yes, he will, but KST still gets the good spray off. Sees Furlan as well. Furlan with a responsive. An advantage maintained by the T's makes it a double. Keith can finally take him out of play, but it's an advantage still for AGO by a single man difference. Smokes on the site, trying to get towards that bomb plant position. Keith knows that Fiku is at the murder hole and will do some damage towards him. As Regali takes more, Lemon gets the kill, and there's Regali left alone.
1v3 position, needs to get the shot up quick and close, but it doesn't quite happen. Krasnal on the other side of D from mid. They might actually hit them head on though.
Spray through against Fiku, and Milky gets caught by Key. So, 2 quick kills for fnatic rising on that mid-aggression. Regali's AWP watching out from ramp has missed out the chance to kill off Krasnal. Gonna hear those footsteps though, not make it an easy pick. That should have been simple for the AWP, but Krasnal's found a trade, 2 for 1.
And now we can just start scrambling the CT, start bringing that attention back over towards that top cob position. Furlan's hearing these footsteps. Would love to get a pick in from window, and Kiev aggresses forward. Furlan's looking to follow up, and he makes it too.
The nade does take him back at least to a 2v2, but AGO bought a lifeline here in this round, what could be the winning round, and the headshots come in simultaneously when fnatic...